Okay, so here we are at Monday morning meetup at the mall. We're going to do our goal setting, but before we do our goal setting, I want to talk to you guys about a book that I've been reading. Have any of you guys watched The Secret? Seen the movie, the DVD? You can get it on Netflix, you can get it at Amazon if you want to order it, or just if you can YouTube the video. So Rhonda Byrne wrote the book, The Secret. She also did the video. This book is called The Power. And I'm a big reader. I read all the time, but when I read this book, and I'm always recommending books, when I read this book, I started reading it last week, and it just really hit home for me. For so many people, we talk about our thoughts create our reality, right? I always say that. Well, what you think about, you bring about. If you say, I can't get distributors, well, then you're exactly right. If you say, I can't get loyal customers, or no one wants to book a party, then you're exactly right. If you say, oh, I've got lots of business, money comes easily and frequently, look at all these people signing up, then you're exactly right. But some people seem to be frustrated with that. I've used the law of attraction. I don't want to say I've used it. I've lived my life by the law of attraction consistently now for the last 6 to 7 years. And just reading everything I can about it. There are many different authors. Jack Canfield has an awesome book, The Key to Living the Law of Attraction. There are a lot out there that teach you that your thoughts create your reality. But this one, I think, has the missing key, because some people think that it's just about attracting cars or houses or clothes or materialistic things, and it's not, okay? It's about everything that you want in life: happiness, joy, peace, abundance, and all things great from God. So I found that this book just really hit home for me with a step-by-step on changing your vibration, changing your frequency. I sent a text out maybe about a week and a half ago, and it said, it was talking about your frequency and energy to vibrate at that frequency that you want. And I asked the question, do you know what this means? And almost every single person responded back, no. What is my frequency? I don't know what it is. So this book covers that as well too. Your frequency is just, this talks about your thoughts. Are your thoughts positive or are your thoughts negative? And in the beginning, it is a lot to monitor our thoughts. Have any of you guys experienced that? Where you have to think about the things that you're thinking and the things that you're saying coming out of your mouth, whether they're negative or positive. So if you wake up in the morning and you say, I'm going to have a fabulous day today. Or you get out of bed and you go, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. This day's going to suck. I just want to go back to bed. How do you think your day's going to be? A or B? Right? You really do have choices, and you can choose how your day goes every single day, based on what you're thinking and what you tell yourself. So when I say your thoughts create your reality, and people are going, well, I don't know how to change them. Okay? So in this book, there's a couple things that I wanted to highlight here. So we have positive things or we have negative things. So what would be an example of a positive thing you could say? Crystal?
Positive thing I could say is I'm thankful for everyone that's here, my team that's growing every day, and I'm excited to be part of it and going to be a bigger part of it today.
Awesome. Okay. Lindsay, what's an example of a negative thing you could say? Typical thing that you hear somebody, a distributor, saying that's negative.
This day is horrible. Nothing goes right. Nothing goes my way at all, ever. It's Monday. Oh.
Okay, so positive, negative. You understand what I'm saying? Just your thoughts, okay? So the tipping point that I was reading about, I don't ever realize how far I get into these books. Where's the tipping point? Here it is. Okay, so the tipping point is your thoughts, the things that you're thinking and things that you're saying throughout the day. You have to give at least 51% of them to be positive. So kind of take some time and reflect back over your day yesterday and think about how your day went. Was it mostly good? Things ran pretty smoothly? Whether you have kids, they were happy, they were playing, the activities that you did or the places that you went, traffic, cars. Think about all over in general. Was it a smooth sailing day? Or did it seem to have struggles? Did you have to, oh, this, the traffic, there was a wreck, I got detoured, or my kids were screaming and having a fit, or how was your day in general? Was 50% of it or more better? Okay, so that's the kind of day you want every single day. All right, so what the power talks about is love. You don't just create what you want by saying, oh, I want a new car, or I want 5 new distributors today. You want to say it, of course. You want to write it down on paper. Those goals are so key, what you want on paper. But you have to also feel it. It has to come from your heart, desire, and love. This whole book is about love. So think about a level that you, or let's just think about even individual loyal customers or distributors in your business. How bad do you want, do you desire these people to join your business? How bad or how much do you desire to promote to the next level? Right? When you went Double Diamond, how much did you want that? So did you focus on it non-stop and you put feeling into it? You have to feel that it's already happened before it's happened. So you have to go there in your mind before it's created. There's nothing in the whole entire world that hasn't been already thought of that's created. It's already out there. It's just, does it come into my mind? Like I literally was at a stoplight and I was getting ready to put, on my birthday saying thank you, and I was getting ready to, put thank you and like. Before I did the next one, I thought of a girl that I had just shared this book with, and literally that was the next person on my Facebook page that popped up that said happy birthday, have a great day. Oh, that was fast. When it's that fast, that's real. You guys ever have that happen? Where you think of somebody, you think of a situation, a place, or even a thing, and then poof, there it is? What if you did that all day long every day? Because there's no time limit or no limit on how many times you can do that. It's just being in that, we call it being in the flow, being in that creative flow, being in the zone. So how do you stay in the zone? With everything else going on around you, right? It's all what you've created though. And that's what this book talks about. Anything going on around you in your life, good or bad or indifferent, it's all things that you've attracted to you. So we have to stop and think, okay, like this last weekend, I went to renew my license because it expires today, and she said you have to take a written test. For what? She said you have 6 points on your license. I'm taking a test since I got my license when I was 16. So my son's with me. He said, Mommy, are you a bad driver? I said, no, I just have speeding tickets. I'm not a bad driver. So then I left and I thought, how did I attract that to me? I don't have the time for a 50-question test, and I hope to God I can pass it. She gave me a book this thick and told me to go home and read it. Like, are you serious? After 25 years, I better be able to pass it without the book. So I went back the next morning when they had to be open a certain amount of time for me to come in and take the test. But I still kind of ponder that. How did I attract the situation to where I had to sit down and take a 50-question test? I guess the speeding tickets. That would make sense, right? So if you think about situations or things that are going on in your life right now, how did I attract this to me? If you like it, it's good. Keep doing more of it. Keep those positive thoughts. If you look at it and you go, okay, yeah, I'm not real happy with this situation. Whether it's your weight, whether it's your spouse or your ex or your kids or your job, if it's something you're not happy with, what can I do to change this? Okay? So what she talks about in here, if you guys want to write this down, the first thing is imagine. You have to use your mind to focus on and imagine what you desire. Imagine yourself being with your desire. Imagine yourself doing things with your desire. Imagine yourself having your desire. So last month when I promoted Ambassador Diamond, I started the month, well, I've been thinking about it for a really long time, okay? It's not a random thing. It actually was 2 years ago when I first met Melody and Blair McFarlane and Tina and Bubba and Rusty and Robin at my first training that I went to at That Works. And I found out what it took to be a Presidential Diamond and what it took to be an Ambassador Diamond. I remember writing it down on paper like it was yesterday. And I started focusing on those goals. to get to those 2 levels in the company. And I was a Ruby at the time. And I didn't know how I was going to get there, but I just started focusing on it. So for 2 years, I've been focusing on the goal of Ambassador Diamond. So what I started doing in July, and I did this before each promotion, before I went to Triple Diamond, before I went to Presidential Diamond, I started picturing myself on stage with the microphone, with a little congratulations speech. It may sound corny, but I did. I would sit there every night and just spend a couple minutes just feeling, almost sometimes teary-eyed with excitement and happiness, and just that, putting that whole feeling out daily is what creates that back to you. Remember, we know we don't have to know how it's going to happen. We just have to put it out and trust God. So you have to imagine, spend some time each day picturing, if you want a team that has 5 legs direct to you, actively working and rocking out their business just like you are, you need to spend some time each day in that moment of what it feels like. And you don't know what it feels like yet because you haven't experienced it. So what would you think it feels like? When you see, and you all have seen other people, and if not, you'll see them on Thursday, other people on stage that have, at the center, that have achieved certain goals. Okay, leadership, we call anything diamond and above those leadership levels. So you're going to hear people. So how do you think it feels to know, wow, I just accomplished this goal? How would you feel if you got to your next level that you want in this company? What would you feel like? What would it feel like to have that commission check posted on the 15th? And you go, okay, these bills are covered. Check, 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 check. Extra money in the account at the end of the month. How would that feel to you? How would it feel to you to be able to know that you can get up and take your kid to school? Or stay home with your child that day instead of, like last week when Crystal had to leave early because she had wanted sick at school with 103 temp. Oh, mom's going to go pick you up, no problem. If she was in a factory job, not going to happen, right? Or a desk job, you can't leave, sorry, you're here. You have no time off. You were able to pick the kids up. Both kids were sick last week. And have that, how's that feel, that freedom? You have to feel that, you have to imagine it, and it has to come from a place of love. You love the way you feel, okay? And if it's, the check, if it's the freedom, if it's the flexibility, whatever it is for you. And the cool thing is, we all want something different. There's not one person here that wants exactly the same thing, right? So there's plenty of everything for all of us, okay? The next part is the feeling. At the same time as you're imagining, you're picturing yourself, whatever it is in your life that you want, you're imagining. You have to feel love for what you're imagining. They always say if your why makes you cry, then it's strong enough to get you to the top. And if it doesn't, you're going to need to do some soul searching. And that's where you see people that are successful and they grow their businesses quickly because they have a very strong why. And I say quickly, that could be 3 to 5 years to the top of the company. That's quick. Who promotes to a 5-figure income within a matter of a year or so, or 6 months? 6 months. Who gets to put a comma in their check? So think about that. All right, so you have to feel it. Imagine and feel being with your desire. You must imagine and feel doing the things that with your desire, and imagine and feel having your desire. So how are you going to walk? How are you going to talk? What's your day going to look like at this level? Right? Even if it's the $500 a month that you want to make, what's that going to do to your day? For me personally, with my situation with my husband Brent, when we had talked about when I got to a certain income level each month, that he felt like he would be able to breathe and relax and step back a little bit away from what he was doing. And when I hit that level back in February this year, it took a huge stress load off him. Huge. And that feeling of being stress-free and just, whoa, I can breathe. I don't have to stress so much over getting all this done. I can took the pressure off him. That has created more and more and more of that in his life. To where at some point we'll call each other during the day and, hey, what are you doing? I don't know. What are you doing? I'm like, I'm working. What are you doing? Well, I don't know. I'm gonna go home and do some laundry, and then I'll pick the kids up.